Hey, what's up, guys? It's your man Big Lonn 412 here, co-founder of the High Rollerz Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. And today I will be introducing you guys to our new rule set for the High Rollerz tournament. And my guy, best ref in the world, OG Warren Stout, take it over here and let you know the guys know what's up.
Hey everybody, so I want to just tell what the goals are of this new rule set. I'm really excited about it, and what we're trying to do is create an environment where submission is emphasized over positional control. So that's our first goal, and part of the reason for that is we want to have a fan-friendly event where it's fun to watch, and we also we want to have it so that there's a lot of action, right? It's an aggressive style based on submissions. So those are the goals of this new rule set. Hey, so we're going to go over some techniques that are banned at different divisions. We're going to start with white belt, and I'm going to bring in a former High Rollerz competitor and my little brother Logan, who's done really well in the competition in Pittsburgh, the High Rollerz Pittsburgh that we had a couple years ago. We're talking about white belts here. This is techniques that we don't want to see. Oh, there was a pop on the ankle there. Already got a pop on this one. All right.
That's fucking illegal. No. No. No.
A couple other things is we don't want people cranking on the neck on purpose as a submission or spinal cranks at white belt. What is legal are straight ankle locks and knee bars. Those are legal. Kimuras are legal also. So now we're gonna go over some things that are illegal at white belt, blue belt, and purple belt, okay? This is illegal. So, for example, I have a trap triangle. He lifts me, he picks me up, and now he power bombs me down.
That's illegal.
And we don't want that. No slamming out of submissions, okay, in those first 3 belt level divisions. The other thing that he can't do is, let's say he has my arm trapped here. He has my arm trapped, and he lifts me up, and he just drops me straight on my head.
Don't be a dick. That's illegal.
So don't do that at the first 3 belt levels. And actually, even at brown and black, that purposely slamming to hurt somebody, no, don't do that. If I'm a brown or black belt, I shouldn't be here, right? I should have already bailed out as he started lifting me or prevented him from lifting me. So at brown and black belt, it's on you to protect yourself. You are allowed to lift on a submission, and you're allowed to slam out of a submission. The body of our matches are gonna be submission only under this rule set. We want you guys to get after it. We want you to take risks, and we want you to get some submissions. Our first overtime will be, it'll be a minute time limit, and we're starting right here. So this is the only starting position option. He has an under grip and an over grip, and he has both hooks in. Defender is allowed to get 2 hands on this overhand or strangle arm grip, okay? And we go live. So I say, ready, go. And Logan's trying to get a submission. Lonnie's trying to get out of there. If he gets out, we keep going until the time runs out. So there was no submission from the back, so they keep going. They wrestle until time. Okay, so time ran out, no one got a submission in this example. What we're gonna do is we flip it around. So this time, Lonnie gets on Logan's back in that same position, and this is just a start position. Back control's where most submissions come from, upwards of 70% at the high levels. So this is where we're gonna start. Give you guys a good chance to get a submission and definitively win the match. Ready, go guys. And Lonnie gets a submission. It's over. Okay, so in that case, that's the result we wanted. Lonnie wins, he's the winner. Yeah, and Logan's the loser. So he, so that's the result we want. Let's say that Lonnie wasn't able to submit Logan, and the time ran out. Okay, now we're gonna go to our 3rd overtime. I bring these guys up. They're gonna start on their feet, and here's where it changes a little bit. Again, we want a definitive winner. We don't want myself or the other referees to have to make this decision. So we're gonna start them on their feet, and it's sudden death point scoring. The only points that are able to be scored are a takedown, a guard pass or a sweep. Those will be the first points scored, or a submission. If you catch a submission, of course it's over. But it's sudden death, first points immediate. So let's go over some things about a takedown first. So let's say Logan gets a takedown on me. He shoots right here and he takes me down. However he takes me down, as soon as he keeps me for a 3-second count, he wins, it's over. Let's say that Logan, this is where it changes from some other rule sets. Let's say I shoot on Logan, right? Boom, he blocks me, he spins around. That's 2 for him, as long as he can stay, my knees are down and my hands are down and he can stay behind me. That's a takedown for him. So he wins in that case also. Another scenario that could happen, you are allowed to sit to guard. So let's say I'm out here and I don't want to wrestle with him. I just want to sit to guard. But, maybe I'm a really good guard player. I come in here, I come up and I sweep, I get on top and I stay on top for 3 seconds. I win the match, okay? So that's our third overtime. If nobody, if the rare case that nobody gets after it and nobody scores in that last 1 minute overtime, then we have to go to referee's decision. As that's developing, I'm gonna be talking to you guys. So, let's say Logan and Lonnie are here, they're wrestling, and Lonnie gets, we're assuming this is in anything. Lonnie comes down and gets it, and Logan has a submission, right? Logan has a submission, but Lonnie gets out, okay, in regulation time. Well, if that was a legitimate submission, I'm gonna be talking to Logan. I'm gonna be saying, hey, I have you up on, if it goes to a decision, if it goes to a referee's decision, I got bottom man up on a submission attempt, right? So that's the first criteria if we do have to make a referee's decision. Legitimate submission attempts, right? And that's a judgment call. Some referees might see something as legitimate, others might not. So don't leave it in the hands of the referee. If there's no submission attempts, and it's a super boring match, we're just gonna have to decide based on positional control throughout the match. And that'll be the whole match, right? What happened throughout, both the overtimes and the regulation. I wanna talk about a change we made from the rules to clearly define 3 things: stalling, the out of bounds, the edge, and on that same topic, escaping a submission out of bounds. At the new high rollers stage, you'll fall off if you go out of bounds, so we really want to discourage that. So first of all, if you're just pushing somebody out of bounds, if you're just running up and pushing, warning on him. So if you do that, if you purposely push somebody out of bounds, that's gonna be a warning. You get 3 of those, you're DQ'd, okay? And that's not doing a technique and putting somebody out of bounds, that's pushing somebody out of bounds. Let's say that you guys are just being passive. We're on our feet. Let's say me and Logan, can you want to come in on this for me? So Logan and I are here in a match, and we're just here. We're just kind of slapping around. Nobody's trying to take any risk. Nobody's sitting the guard. Nobody's trying to take down. That's a stalling warning. So you get 3 warnings, either pushing somebody out of bounds purposely, stalling. You get 3 of those. After the 3rd one, you get DQ'd. Okay, so you're dequalified. We're disqualified. We don't want to do that, but we want action. So you're DQ'd. Now let's talk about if you have a submission and you go out of bounds. So for example, let's say Logan has me in a heel hook, right? He does some kind of a heel hook on me, right? Oh, jeez. So he does a heel hook, and I don't like this. So I'm gonna run out of bounds. So let's say this line here is the out of bounds, and I free my heel and I just crawl out of bounds, right? Or I roll out of bounds. That I get 1 of those, okay? I get 1 of those. We come back in and we're not gonna restart in that submission. We're gonna restart here, okay? But if I do that again, anytime during the match, he wins automatically, DQ, okay? Another thing about the out of bounds, let's say we have legitimate action. For example, again, the out of bounds line. Logan's here. Let's say I'm in a butterfly hook and I just sweep him and we go out of bounds and we go here. We're gonna restart in a neutral position, standing position, back in the center. We can't recreate that, it's a dynamic position. But on the other hand, let's say we're close to the edge of the mat and I'm gonna close guard. Maybe my head's, you know, coming off the stage or something. The referee will stop it. They'll start you in the center in that same static position. So that could include guard, close guard, some kind of a half guard. And we'll try to recreate the hand positions and the leg positions, but it might not be exactly exact. We'll do our best to recreate them in the center of the mat. From any, you know, side control, same thing. He's here, right? We're gonna recreate that. We're gonna put you back in there, mount, back control. We're gonna recreate that back in the center, right? As close as we can to the position when we stop.